One. All right, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Thing Ghost back again, and I'm back with my homie Cody, man. You already know I be having
What's up,
movies
fellas?
talking about various invincible, you know what I'm saying, content, stuff like that. But today we're going to be talking about something else, not invincible related, but equally exciting. We're going to be talking about the Marvel Universe. They just dropped the new trailer for Spider-Man Far From not far, No Way Home. Now this trailer has been, you know what I'm saying? Like people have been talking about what this movie is gonna be looking like, what it's gonna be like, what it's gonna be about. Like ever since you feel me, we started hearing some things about it. Now, Cody, before we just go into the meat and potatoes of the trailer, I want you to just give me your initial thoughts of like when you first started hearing the initial rumblings and rumors of this movie. Like, were you super excited? Did you think that it was going to, you know what I'm saying, turn out the way that you probably saw it in your head, or what?
Well, I have a little bit of a history with this stuff because I try to keep my pulse on anything Spider-Man related. Like if it's
Mm-hmm.
even tangentially related to
You
Spider-Man.
can't say that if you haven't seen Spectacular Spider-Man. That Spider-Man
Okay.
costume
I watched
in
the first
life.
couple episodes because you and your
Hey,
brother told me.
look, man. We're gonna talk about that later, but go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. So anyway, so I have had my I have been paying way too much attention to leaks. So like I feel like I know too much about the movie before it's even come out.
It was
Like there's
kind of
this
hard
guy.
to avoid the leaks anyway, though. Like it was.
I'm not gonna say much because of how damn near confirmed all this shit is. But basically, there was a guy who confirmed some stuff about Loki. Like he confirmed that Kid Loki killed his brother Thor, and that was his Nexus event. He confirmed that there were going to be a bunch of Lokis and stuff like that. He basically like months and months before the show ever even came out, he was like, "This shit's gonna happen," you know. And this same person is saying things like Act Two, both Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire on screen together. Act Two, middle of the movie. So that alone, that's the only thing I'm going to say leak related because it's already damn near confirmed thanks to the trailer. But the other thing was that Alfred Molina said in an interview at the beginning of this year, he basically just said, "I'm coming back. I'm Doc Ock. I'm coming out of the river. Same guy. They DH'd me. Told all the shit." And Kevin Feige got pissed, evidently.
Look, because Alfred Molina, he don't give a fuck, man. The guy's a rebel, dude. Like, if
I
you
don't think he
really,
knew what he was doing. I really
like,
don't.
he probably didn't know what he was doing, but at the end of the day, even if he knew what he was doing, he didn't care what he was doing. He come from a different
I think
age,
he's already
man.
got paid. I'm pretty sure they paid him for his contract. They pay him before the movie comes out because they have the contract set up,
Yeah,
So
right.
what are they going to do? Fire him for a movie that hasn't come out yet?
Exactly.
You know?
Look, you see Alfred Molina, you may think Dr. Octopus. I see Alfred Molina for some reason. I think Adios Senor. You already know what I'm talking about, man. In the first Indiana Jones movie, man, he played.
I've never seen I've never seen a single Indiana Jones
Oh,
movie in
you
my life.
never seen it? Goddamn, bro. But no,
Not a single one.
bro, in the first Indiana Jones movie, he was young as hell and skinny as fuck, man. And he was in the beginning of the movie. He played one of the raiders, like one of Indiana Jones' men that came with him, to, like, go inside the temple. And it was
I really do need to go back and watch those movies for sure.
yeah, it's
I really
cool because
do.
it was a group of them that went in. It was probably like 5 or 6, but all of them died one by one. And
Yeah.
Indiana Jones and him was the last two to survive. And he could have lived, but he was greedy. And Indiana Jones ended up making, like, he used his whip to make them like a way for them to swing over this gap. And he swung over first, and he had the treasure with him. And instead of just giving the rope back to Indiana Jones, he kept the whip and he was like, "Adios, senor," and threw the rope down. And he kept running. As soon as he ran around the corner, some needles came out and killed him. Like, if he had just stayed with Indy, you know what I'm saying, and trusted him, then he would have came out there alive and rich,
That shit's crazy. I really do need to go back and watch those.
He had to be
I
like
actually
in his 20s, he had to be like in his 20s.
in my entire life, the only movie I've ever seen Alfred Molina in up until this year was Spider-Man 2. And then I dated this girl recently, and pretty much all we did was watch movies together. And we watched this movie. I can't remember what it was called. I'm going to look it up right quick.
You know, there's I'm sorry to cut you off, but there's actually
you're good, bro.
There's actually another movie he was in where he was even younger than what I was talking about. That's have you ever heard of the movie Species?
I don't think I have.
It's like a horror movie. It's like it kind of has like a similar aesthetic to Alien, but it's a horror movie that came out like way back. The first movie was probably the only one that was worth a watch, but it was about this woman. It was kind of like a Jennifer's Body storyline way before Jennifer's Body. It was this super sexy woman that would sleep with men. And every time she slept with him, she killed him, and she would become like stronger and stronger. She was like an alien,
like a succubus. She
was an alien that disguised herself as a woman. And Alfred Molina I think he was like the main one. He was like the last dude that she had sex with, and he ended up like, bruh couldn't pull, like his pull-out game was weak as hell. I think he ended up actually coming inside of her, and then like they ended up like she used like his seed to give birth to like a whole new alien. Like it's some weird shit, man.
That is weird, man. That is fucking weird.
Like I'm sorry for those who just entered the chat, but
yeah, you came in at a weird time.
Yeah, it's some weird shit to be talking about, but we'll talk about this Alfred Molina's other roles before we get
I found the movie I was talking about. He was in this movie called Identity, which is a super fucking weird movie if you've ever seen it.
I've never seen Identity.
I don't even want to spoil it, man. It's one of those movies you need to go in and watch it without knowing a damn thing about it. Alfred Molina plays a doctor. That's all you need to know. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's his role in the movie.
Bro, Alfred Molina.
He also voiced King Gustav in the Justice League TV series. I just found out looking through his.
I was literally just about to say that shit. He did the voice of a Justice League character. I just didn't know who.
I just saw it in his IMDb page.
Yeah, I know he does some voice acting. Yeah, he did the voice of that's probably the same guy, but the villain in the Wonder Woman movie, in the Wonder Woman animated movie, he did the voice of the main villain. That's what I remember hearing his voice from. I don't know if that's the same guy, but in the Wonder Woman animated movie, look that up real quick.
Ares. He played the voice of Ares in the Wonder Woman movie. Yep. There you go, man. See, Alfred Molina is a great actor. I just didn't know he was in shit. I didn't know he was in Raiders of the Lost Ark. I didn't know he was in that movie Identity. I'm just not finding out he voices. He's basically a nerd. He voices superhero roles, pretty often.
Man. Yeah, man.
I mean, he's a great actor. I love Alfred Molina now.
Like I was just, I did a live stream earlier on. Channel. I was playing Little Big Planet. Well, not Little Big Planet, Sackboy with my homie.
Yeah, I saw you go live earlier today.
I was playing that, and my homie Matt came. I think, man, I hope I got your name right, bro. I don't want to be disrespectful, bro. I think my homie Matt came in the chat, bro. We was talking, and I told him, like, we both agreed. Now, this is where things get interesting. So, I don't really like this version of Spider-Man like that Marvel doing with Tom Holland. I don't really like Tom Holland Spider-Man like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, are there things in the movies that I do like? Yes. But him as Spider-Man, like his portrayal or like what they're doing, I think the actor can play a good Spider-Man if given the right script. But I just don't really like what they've been doing with Tom Holland. So me and him agreed on that. And I also told him how like I feel that Dr. Octopus by Alfred Molina in Spider-Man 2 was, in my opinion, the best portrayal that we've seen of a Spider-Man villain. It not only was the best Spider-Man movie, in my opinion, but it was just the best portrayal I saw of a Spider-Man villain in my opinion.
For me, I don't know why, but Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio just took the cake away. I don't understand why, but his manipulation, he had us convinced. He had us convinced. Knowing he was a villain, he had us convinced for even just a modicum of a moment that he was a good guy, Man, and then that scene where all the holograms melt away and all the real people are left, I was like, Like, that was just such an amazing scene for a villain, man, and that just took it away from me, man.
That was a very good scene, and I feel like Mysterio, he was done well for the most part. I really like how
I love Jake Gyllenhaal, man.
But,
I just fucking
and
love
Jake Gyllenhaal honestly was a perfect actor to play him, but
I think it was a shame they killed him off. I really hope he comes back in the movie as a variant.
Yeah, that's one thing I hate about like Marvel. They tend to always kill off like villains that have so much more potential. Like,
don't even get me fucking started about Ulysses Claw.
That's Matt Claw. They fucking killed Claw, man.
They can resurrect him, man. They can resurrect him as made of solid sound, and if they don't, I'll be so mad.
And look, this is actually another one. That I hate. That I don't know if you agree with it. Not the smaller one, but I honestly don't like that they killed off Crossbones like that. Especially with all the build up to him with Frank Grillo's character and Winter Soldier. He had all that build up, and then he became Crossbones in the following movie. And for those of you who don't read the comics, you know, it's a spoiler, you know what I'm saying? But Crossbones is actually the one who killed Captain America. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a big thing. You know what I mean? So it's like he didn't have to do that in the movie, but you know, that's a big role. You know what I mean? So it's like he could have at least been given like some kind of bigger role. I mean, you clearly saying he had a grudge against the dude. He really wanted to kill him. I just feel like, you know, it shouldn't have been thrown away. So, and Frank Grillo's a good actor, man. I don't think they should have threw that away that fast.
Yeah, they always be wasting villains, man. It's a shame.
Super quick, man. They killed off. Who else they killed off? I'm at a loss. They killed Whiplash. They killed him too quick, even though I didn't really like.
Yeah, they killed him in the same damn movie they introduced him at.
I didn't really like Iron Man 2 like that, but as far as like Whiplash goes, he was.
I love that suitcase. I love the suitcase scene. You know, where he has the Iron Man suitcase and then he opens it up and goes. You know.
Yeah.
That was a badass scene.
There was a lot of cool things in there. I feel like they could have did a lot more with what's his name? Sam Rockwell's character. Like Tony Stark's rival, the one who also made stuff. I forgot his name. What was it? Hammer or something like that. The guy who made
Hammer. Yeah.
Like I feel like they could have did way more with him.
He's coming back. I'm pretty sure they're bringing back Hammer Industries because they were pretty heavy in the comics. I don't think they're going to throw that character away like that.
Yeah, but it's been so long.
I know. Well, that's the thing, man. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is going to bring a lot of that Tony Stark bullshit back.
Like imagine but just seriously, like imagine. It's like I love the MCU. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things I love about the MCU. But when you look back at it, it's so many things that I always think to myself, like, bro, it could have been done like this. They could have did that. They could have did this. Like, imagine like this rivalry going back and forth between Tony and, you know, Hammer, like, for the majority of the MCU. And then everything happens with Endgame and Infinity War. They have to put aside their differences and work together. You know what I'm saying? To come up with like some technology. And you know, like what if we seen a journey of them beefing all the way up to them actually working together to the point with maybe like, you know, Tony dying on the battlefield like he did. And Hammer actually feeling a little bad about it. You know, it's just a lot of stuff they could have did. You know what I mean? I feel like they robbed. I feel like they even robbed Captain America of a scene with Tony. Like Cap, come on, Cap. He didn't even walk up to Tony and put his hand on his shoulder.
I know there was a lot of shit that was fucked. They cut a lot of morning scenes from Endgame.
Like bro. Imagine I remember I thought of this scene, right? So imagine if at the end when Tony died, Cap walked up to him and he just put his hand on his shoulder and he was like, "I guess you are that guy," and that just would have been it. You know what I'm saying? For people who know, they know. And that just would have been a dope-ass callback to their first argument way back when Tony was a completely different person. He would have not sacrificed himself like that. You know, that just, you know what I'm saying? And Cap called him out on it at that time. He was just like, bro, you're not the guy. You're not the type of guy that would, you know what I'm saying, lay on the top of the wire, let the other guy crawl over you. You know what I'm saying? I thought that would have been cool if he would have ended up saying that at the end. Like just let them know you are that guy.
I think Tony already proved that to Cap in that movie.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
flew into another dimension. You know?
Yeah, he proved it. But just the scene. You know what I'm saying? Like it would have been
Yeah,
real
he
powerful.
definitely needed a scene either way, but something like that would have been nice though for sure.
It would what I'm saying? It would have been real, like I feel like kind of weird. Like don't get me wrong, I love these two characters, but I feel kind of weird that the most emotion that I got out of all the characters in that movie was honestly from Hawkeye and Black Widow. Don't get me wrong, I love those characters, but
Tom Holland.
but that just kind of caught me off guard. I'm like, bro, like y'all
What
got
about
all.
that shit with Tom Holland though? And when he watched Tony die, him and Pepper watched Tony die together. Tom
Yeah, that was
Peter was like a pseudo son to. I think here's what I'm just now kind of realizing.
I never liked that though.
Tony Stark. They couldn't give Tom Holland's Peter Parker and Uncle Ben because it's been redone so much. So they gave him a Tony Stark instead. They made Tony Stark his Uncle Ben and killed Uncle Ben again. Is what they did.
Bro, look, I don't like how I really don't like I mean, like I said, bro, like I said earlier, man. By the way, is it Simon Meon? He said, "Fucking Hawkeye is Ronan sucked ass."
Damn, bro.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it is what it is. You feel
everybody's got their opinion, I guess.
I definitely think they could have did more with his character in that dark place. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like he was in that dark place for that scene, and then it just ended right there. You know what I mean? So it would have been better if he was like more like on this kind of like unhinged type journey through the movie until like he got his family back.
That's what the Hawkeye series is going to be. It's going to be developing Kate Bishop's character, and it's going to be revisiting Hawkeye's trauma during the snap, because that's kind of what they did with Bucky. They said, okay, well, we have Bucky, and we're going to put him in this show. We have to show what Bucky's gone through, and they're going to do that with Hawkeye in the Hawkeye series, I'm sure.
I hope they don't just put Hawkeye to the side and just make it the Kate Bishop show, like they tend to normally do.
That's basically what they're replacing Hawkeye with a female Hawkeye. They're replacing Loki with a female Loki. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a female Doctor Strange in the next 5 years.
Sooner than that.
I'm just gonna try to enjoy it as best I can and not be upset about it. But back to Spider-Man though.
Yeah, fuck that. The trailer. What you think, man?
Dude, okay, so here's the big thing, man. I was expecting Alfred Molina to be in the trailer. There was all kinds of leaks. Literally, shout out to Colton. One more thing about Spider-Man. I wanted to bring this up earlier. Colton said, and this is something you will agree with, I'm sure, that at the time I disagreed with him, and I said, I don't know. But upon thinking about it more, I agree with him. Colton said that Tom Holland is a better Spider-Man in the movies that aren't about him than he is in the movies that are about him. Like his moment is his introduction in Civil War, amazing, and his the shit he did in Infinity War and Endgame, amazing. And But then when you look at Homecoming, you don't think about Homecoming as much as you think about the shit that happened in the main Avengers movies. So Colton, you made a good point, man. You've changed my mind on that point. I kind of agree.
Yeah, I mean, say what you want about the lack of quips or jokes that came from Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. As far as everything else, man, I think
he had raw emotion, man.
I think he nailed it, bro. Like you just really you just fell for the dude. You just wanted to see him succeed, bro. And it's like another thing. Like Aunt May wasn't hot. She wasn't sexy as hell. She was a normal, old, fragile lady that was in mourning of her husband that she really loved. And I still think about the scene that I just love so much in Spider-Man 2 is that scene right after his birthday when Mary Jane and Harry leave, and then he finds the bills.
I watched that scene last night, dude. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And he finds the bills overdue, and he just wakes Aunt May up nice and gentle and just talks to her. Bro,
I thought it was years ago.
Bro, that whole scene just perfectly just invokes everything that is Spider-Man, and we haven't gotten no scene.
Rosemary Harris is such a great actress. I'm so glad she's still alive today, dude.
Yes, bro.
Oh,
Like, I'm just like, it's just like the way that, you know what I'm saying, like it was so, and then it's like in every movie it kept up the tradition of her giving Peter like this smack to reality, just these dope speeches that just proves her knowledge and just how much she cares about her nephew. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't get none of that. You know
I
what
don't
I'm
know,
saying?
man. She couldn't read the fine print in the fucking ad about the
I'm
damn
like, I'm like, you
the
like,
toaster.
I'm like, bro. I mean, but that's just that's what makes her like so lovable. The fact that you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, like, she's old, but at the same time, she's you know what I'm saying, she's hip.
she's wise.
Yeah,
She's
she's
wise.
wise. You know, she
Yeah,
says like, bro, it's so, bro, like, come on, bro.
dude.
She got so many legendary speeches, bro. You're not
She is
Superman.
93 years old.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to bro. Shout out to you, bro. I'm about to, this ain't alcoholic, but mhm. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Raimi, say what you want about him in this movie. Even 3, like you might disagree with a lot of things that happen in 3, but one thing I feel like everybody can universally agree on, bro. At least for the most part, you cannot have a bad time while watching that movie. like,
Yeah, you can only blame the marketing execs for that movie. They
yeah,
were like, "Oh, we want to sell fucking toys. We got to put more villains in the movie."
yeah.
You know?
I'm like, come on, man. Like villain. I mean, Venom was done terribly, but it's like you gonna laugh your ass off in that movie at certain parts, and then other parts
Well,
that
you had to
was
have
really
New
done.
Goblin. You had to have New Goblin because that was the overarching story between all 3
Yeah,
movies.
yeah.
You know,
Costume was terrible, bro.
but Sandman was another overarching story that didn't really need to be told that well. Like that
Yeah,
could have been a side plot, but they tried to make him a main villain as well as making
I
you
feel, I
know,
feel, I feel like honestly, if they were to redo it, it's an excellent theory that I watched on YouTube. I forgot the fucking name of the channel. I really want to shout this dude out. But it was a video where he was talking about like how he would have redid Spider-Man 3. And he said that he honestly would have made Harry Venom. And I was just like, bro, that would fucking work. Like, and then he broke it down to where like the anger literally has been building up. Like all these movies with Harry and the anger and the animosity towards Peter and stuff like that. So you could still put in the little storyline with the suit coming in, Peter getting it, and then getting rid of it. But instead of even having Brock in there, just have, Harry be the one. You know what I'm saying? To get it. And then like have a much better design for Venom, clearly. You know what I'm saying? And have his primary drive be similar to the movie, like, oh, you killed my father, wooty wooty woo. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, even like had a whole like plot like written out, and he was like kind of like talking the plot out. And I remember how he said he would have like the last scene or the last fight scene or something like that be at Harry Osborn's like actual mansion, and it would be like on fire and shit. And in the way,
ah,
yeah, and the way that they even got there is because Harry actually kidnapped Aunt May and takes her there, and like he about to kill her and shit like that. And then like after like a fight, like in a struggle, when Harry see that he losing, he try to like kill like this dude talked it all out. I was like, bro, this is dope as hell. He had after like in the fight when Venom sees or Harry sees that he's losing, he rushes to Aunt May. He's about to kill her, like drop her in some fire or whatever. And then Peter just has like this awesome talk scene with him. Like he just takes off his mask and just like talks to him, just kind of just appeals to his heart and just let him know like, Harry, bro, like whatever going on between us, bro, like really think about this shit, bro. You are about to kill Aunt May, bro. A woman that we both love, bro. Like really look at what you about to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like he say in that moment, Harry like realizes how fucked up he is, how far he's gone, what he's done, and he lets Aunt May go, and then he tells Harry. I mean, he looks at Peter and he like just tell him like, you know what I'm saying, he's sorry, and he like let him know like they cool and it's done, and then he throw himself in the fire and kill himself. And he said that's how he do it. And I just like, damn, bro, that would have been way better, bro.
Bro, it does sound really cool,
Yeah.
and that at the same time, you may not realize this, but that is actually calling back to a lot of moments in the Ultimate Comics. Because in the Ultimate Comics, Harry becomes uh, the Hobgoblin. Because using the same formula that Norman Osborn used to become the Green Goblin, it was completely on accident. He didn't mean to become the Hobgoblin, but he did anyway, basically. And he became this big green hulking monster, and he kidnaps Mary Jane, and he basically dies by suicide.
I remember that because I didn't read the whole thing, but I remember how.
Bro, you should.
I remember how Goblin looked. Yeah, a lot of people have been telling me, it was like, bro, if you're a fan of Invincible, you need to read Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and check.
I found it because of that. I literally Googled comics
like
not
Invincible. Not as bloody, but still, it gets raw sometimes.
It don't need to be bloody, bro. They do some fucked up body horror shit in that fucking comic. They do not play. They made Gwen Stacy a bloody fucking.
Oh, no spoiler now.
Okay, I won't spoil. I'm just saying there's some symbiote shit in there that's really fucked up. That's all I'm going to say.
You're about to go into detail.
I can't help it, man. It's so fucking good. They go so far on that shit, man. They go so far. I'm telling you, those comics are so fucked up. But yeah, you referenced a lot. I think, I'm probably that YouTuber that you were talking about referenced a lot of those moments in the comics that they kind of kept in tune with. Like in the comics, he goes and he becomes a fucking wrestler. Like a lot of the same shit that happens in the movie happens in the comics, and they took it right out because they were being written. The scripts for the movies were being written in concurrent with the Ultimate Comics at the time. And Brian Michael Bendis, the writer for the Ultimate Comics, would actually go on set and like help out with some of the production and shit. So that's why a lot of those movies are the way they are. But here's something I'm fucking super, super stoked about, man. Something I had heard rumors about, but I had just thrown them away because everyone was talking about Alfred Molina and Jamie Foxx. I didn't think about Willem Dafoe coming back as the goddamn Green Goblin. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm so down. But what the fuck?
Bro, it's like William Dafoe, I always felt like he was a perfect Goblin. I honestly just didn't really like the costume like that. Bro,
I love the costume, man.
Bro,
I love it.
Like I just wanted some purple in there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I think
yeah.
I think the purple and the green really do go good together. That's what I'm like. You know, I prefer that. Now I feel like Jamie Foxx's Electro. I didn't really. Yeah, you know.
Bro,
I like Jamie Foxx. I like Jamie, but I wouldn't pick him for Electro the same way that, you know, I wouldn't pick him to be Spawn, because I remember hearing rumors he was going to be Spawn. That's a topic for another day. But yeah, I like Jamie, but I don't like him enough for either of those.
I don't think you understand, man. He's probably one of my other favorite villains in a Spider-Man movie. Because he was a mentally unstable guy having a bad day. It was his fucking birthday. Spider-Man made him feel good one time, and he identified with Spider-Man, and that's just how he got through his day. Then fucking Ryan from The Office shows up, and he's like, hey, man, I need you to stay over and do some maintenance work. Yeah, I don't care that it's your birthday. He literally says to his boss, it's my birthday. And the guy's like, fuck you, go do your job. And it's not even his job.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, man, I felt so bad for him, dude. And then that scene where he goes up to the people, and then he like blows up the cars and shit because he doesn't know his powers. And then he's scared because he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. And then Spidey shows up and he tries to talk him down, but he's freaking out and he's panicking and he doesn't know what's going on. In that moment, I was like, dude, just everybody relax. Just let him breathe. And like he could have become a superhero in that exact moment. but everyone reacted the wrong way, and it just totally twisted his brain. And I'm sorry, I'm so passionate about Electro.
Yeah, no. I feel like I get where you're coming from. Now, I see what they was trying to do, and I see what you saying. But I feel like you explained it better than they executed it. Like, I feel like the execution wasn't the best. Like, I feel like showing a guy really like that mentally unstable and then snapping like that could have been done. I even think Jamie Foxx can do it. I just think that, like, you know what I'm saying, he didn't have like that much to work with. Like, you know what I'm saying, the script was. I feel like the script in both of them movies. You know what I'm saying, like the one like it was. I don't know. It was kind of the performances was kind of weird in those movies to me, man.
I think they were trying too hard.
Yeah,
they were trying to copy the Raimi films, is what I think they were doing acting wise, and they weren't.
I didn't really like them like that at all. I didn't even really like the fight scenes like that. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of hard to follow what was going on. What I liked about the Raimi films was that, like, the fight scenes, bro. Say what you want about the Raimi films, but them fight scenes used to be like, you could see every punch that was thrown, every clock arrow that was thrown. You know what I'm saying? Like every train that was impaled through. Like, bro, it was just a whole movie full of creativity, and it was just dope as hell, bro. Like everything was it's so many original shots, you know what I'm saying, in those classic movies. And I don't get no feeling like that with the newer movies. You know what I mean? I don't get none of these like classic feels or like classic vibes or nothing. You know what I mean? Except for that Mysterio scene, I will say that was.
Oh yeah.
That's classic right there.
Mm-hmm. And when he goes into that dark room and shit, and he can't see anything because of the illusion, yeah.
And I'll also give a shout out to what's his name? God, I can't. Michael Keaton giving an excellent performance as Vulture. I thought that was cool as well in the first movie. He honestly made that movie for me. You know, I didn't really like it that much, if I'm being honest with you, but he was the best thing about it in that movie, in my opinion. Yeah.
You saw him in the Morbius trailer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're in for some real crossover shit, man. We got Morbius, we got Michael Keaton's Vulture in the Morbius trailer, and then we've got the Daily Bugle being referenced in the Venom trailer. And I'm just saying that
I'll tell you what I would like to see, okay? Because there's been some stuff going on about this trailer, like this image that people have been sharing around, that they screenshot, they pause, and they thinking like maybe Scorpion or something, right? So this is what I want to say about that. I really hope that they do bring Scorpion into the universe, not only because, you know, I want to see Scorpion and see how they do him and all that stuff, but because I would like to see the same actor play Scorpion. Now, Scorpion was played briefly in the first Spider-Man Homecoming by Michael Mando.
Yes.
I'm a fan of Michael Mando. He's from Better Call Saul. And he plays Nacho in that show.
Yes.
He does an amazing job in that show.
I love Michael Mando.
He's my favorite, and he's also plays Vaz, my favorite villain in the Far Cry series. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes, Far Cry 3.
Yeah. So Michael Mando definitely is a good character, and he's definitely proven that he can play a good villain and a very unstable individual. So I want to see him used, and, you know. And then on top of that, they teased something, even though they might not even take this tease nowhere. But they teased it at the end of the first Spider-Man movie, where he actually walked up to Vulture's character when they was in jail. And he asked him like who Spider-Man was. He was like, he got some friends on the outside that would love to know who he is. So, you know, that was a cool little Easter egg. You know what I'm saying? Like I would like to, I see. I would like to see them do more with Michael Mando. I don't know if they are though. I don't know if they even playing anything else.
Here's the thing. So much time has passed. So Michael Mando could be out of jail by now. And now they fucking know who Spider-Man is. His identity's out. You know, exactly. So that's open. And then see, here's the thing. Shout out to my brother William. He and I were speaking earlier about how they could potentially be just boatloading the Sinister Six onto the fucking movie with Doc Ock. We got Doc Ock, Green Goblin, fucking the Lizard, potentially. You know, who's the others?
Yeah, it could be the Lizard too. That's correct.
Well, the Scorpion's already in there, so why wouldn't they use him? But we had the Lizard from Amazing Spider-Man 1 that they could bring back. You know, just like they're bringing back Willem Dafoe, they could bring back Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Lizard, Electro. That's number 5.
They really did adapt a lot of villains, man. Who else? The Sandman he's not even technically a bad guy.
Oh yeah, Sandman. Sandman was the other one. But we think maybe he was in that trailer. There's like a frame where Electro is blasting like a mound of sand that appeared to be fighting back. So we're thinking it could be Sandman and then potentially Scorpion. So that's your Sinister Six right there.
You said Mysterio. He said Mysterio's still alive, bro. I believe so too, man. I don't think Mysterio did.
It's kind of confirmed that he's dead because they addressed that he died in the movie. You know, they were trying to charge people with his death.
I mean, look, that version of him may be dead, but you know what I'm saying.
Variants, there could be plenty of variants.
Yeah, I don't think Mysterio is gone.
Oh, did you know that there is a variant Peter Parker that is Scorpion?
I'm not surprised.
In the Ultimate Comics, there's this guy that goes crazy cloning a bunch of Peter Parkers, and one of them is Jessica Drew, a female Peter Parker. Another one is basically a Peter Parker that has a scorpion suit, you know, like molded onto his spine.
Ooh. Damn.
Yeah, it's super weird, and he's crazy, and they all have the same memories and shit as Peter Parker, and they're all in love with Mary Jane, and it's super weird.
Yeah, let's put that on the shelf for now. But so right here in the chat, we got Mr. Awesome. What's going on, Mr. Awesome?
He 1 second, bro.
Yeah, he brought something. Well, damn, I was gonna say something to you.
I'm bad. I'm still here, bro.
Yeah, he said something in the chat that actually reminded me of something I wanted to talk to you about. Kraven the Hunter being cast as Aaron Taylor Johnson. What you think about that?
Yeah, that's another thing we were talking about earlier, me and William.
Because he said he thought Kraven could be in there as well.
I don't want that. I love Kraven the Hunter so much. I don't want him to be a side villain. I think he needs his own movie, like Venom and Morbius.
Mm-hmm. No,
that's what I think.
I think he probably will get his own movie. I think they definitely gonna probably give him his own movie. But Aaron Taylor Johnson is Kraven. You think that's a good choice? You think Kick-Ass a good choice for Kraven?
I don't know. I don't know. That's been something that's been cooking in my head. I've been thinking of who would be a good choice for Kraven, and that's such a unique role.
If I'm being completely honest with you, I feel like the perfect Kraven, in my opinion, would be what's his name? Scott Adkins, bro. I know.
What's his name?
Scott Adkins. I know he's not a mainstream actor like that. I know he does just like strictly like martial arts films, and, you know, straight to Netflix and like straight to DVD films and shit like that. But he has actually been in a couple Marvel films as like just like nameless henchmen and stuff like that. He fought. You remember that magician that had like martial arts skills that fought up against Doctor Strange in the first movie? And he kicked him so hard with a roundhouse that he ended up knocking his ass out. Or when they was
him?
Ghost and shit. Yeah, that's Scott Adkins.
Okay, that's cool. I was just looking through his credits.
Yeah, he's the you've seen the movie Undisputed 2, right? With Michael
I haven't
J.
seen it. No, I have not.
Are you fucking serious? You've never seen Undisputed 2, bro?
I guess I need to watch it.
Bro, what have you been doing in life? Wait, hold on. Let me see. Oh God. Oh God. So that means you probably don't even know what Scott Adkins is capable of. Oh my goodness.
No.
Oh yeah, bro. He would be a perfect Kraven the Hunter, man. That's what I'm
He's going to be in the next John Wick movie. So from what you just told me, that sounds amazing.
Oh yes, bro. The guy is he is a martial arts god. The guy is just ridiculous. The amount of physical, you know what I'm saying, just endurance and things that he is able to do. Like it's crazy, bro. And the cool thing about it is that one of his most famous characters is a character named Boyka. He's Russian, so he already knows how to like talk with an accent. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear him talk, I can already kind of hear the craven, and he has like a similar hairstyle and everything. I'm like, bro, he got this. I'm like, why don't y'all let him be? You know what I mean? Like, man, bro, but no.
That could work for sure. And that's another thing, though, is that there's so many different ways to play Craven. You can play him the comic book way, and you can give him his, his. I think the original version of him was Australian, maybe. I can't remember. But there's so many different ways you can play that character, and I just would really love to see it done well. But I don't want him to be a side movie in a movie where they're just boatloading villains into the plot like they did. Like they're doing with No Way Home.
Give him and Calypso their own movie and shit together, and then show who they is, and then you can bring them up against Spider-Man. You feel me? Because he's trying to get the best hunt. He's trying to find him the best hunt, and then he fights Spider-Man, get his ass clapped. Yeah, and even though it's a good fight nonetheless, you feel me? But
and then you can do the Clone Saga by killing Spider-Man, but not really killing Spider-Man.
Throw Ben Riley up in there.
Hell yeah. That'll be right now they're doing Spider-Verse. Next they're doing the Clone Saga. I'm calling it now.
Yeah, yeah, bro. Like, that's another thing I want to talk about. We keep forgetting, bro. It's so many villains that have been put in the MCU, like small or big, that you kind of forget which ones have been put on screen. Shocker has actually been put on the screen. He was in the first Spider-Man Homecoming, and he actually put up a decent fight against.
He did. Spider-Man. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. And he just disappeared once he got webbed on that bus. It would be cool if he actually came, and you saw, like, even though it was a tiny scene, you saw he was practicing with the gauntlets. You know what I'm saying? Like learning how to. You know what I'm saying? How to really use them and stuff like that. You saw he was a guy that was willing to learn, willing to adapt. And the cool thing about when he was in the crew when Shaka was in the crew with Vulture, he seemed to be like the only one in the crew besides the Tinkerer. He seemed like the only real soldier that Vulture could depend on. He had a level head. He could stick and move. He got out of almost every situation he was in up until that last final fight. You know what I mean? And honestly, when you think about it, even though he lost against Spider-Man in that little scuffle that they had, he successfully delayed him enough for the Vulture to make it up. You know what I'm saying? So Shaka really wasn't.
He did his job. His job was to distract Spider-Man, and he did
it. And when you see how Shaka is portrayed in the comic books, which is why I kind of hate how they've done him, like how they do him in the video games or in most shows, except for Spectacular Spider-Man. He's done awesome in that. But it's like Shaka really is a dope character. I feel like, a lot of people treat him as like a smaller character, but he really is someone who can handle himself. He's smart. You know what I mean? And I really would like to see him treated more seriously, like in a movie, because his suit is iconic as hell. You instantly know who he is when you see him. So I'd like to see him done in a movie, right, and have that character come back. So, it'd be cool to have him come back as well. They could do a lot with that, And who else? Let me see. Who else, man? Who the fuck else? Really? If we want to be picking at straws, the Tinkerer's still around too. Shit.
Yeah, true. There's a lot of villains that are still around. But there's one villain I kind of wish that got more screen time. It was supposed to get more screen time, but didn't. And that was Rhino at the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2. I just want to see Rhino again, man. I just want to see Rhino again.
Yeah, what's going on? Why I ain't do that with
Well, they were teasing him for Amazing Spider-Man 3, and then Amazing Spider-Man 3 didn't happen because of the Sony Marvel deal,
Mm-hmm.
So that's what that was.
And then I was thinking, like, it was these rumors and shit here and there popping up about how they want to somehow, some way, someday, bring Daredevil and Kingpin, you know what I'm saying, to Spider-Man's world somehow. And if that was to happen, because what's crazy, Kingpin, he might be a Daredevil like main villain and shit like that, and like kind of like Daredevil's Joker and shit. But he is in Spider-Man a lot. He has a lot to do with Spider-Man plots. Him and Spider-Man go at it a whole lot. So I would like to see, Kingpin brought in, and then if he gets brought in, they could also bring in Alistair Smythe. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they could start a whole thing with that. Literally, it'd be like bringing the damn cartoon that we grew up with to life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Smythe moving around in the little chair, man, and talking in that little deep ass voice. If we can find a way to stop Spider-Man, we can go forward with our plans. You know that cheesy ass shit, man.
That would be perfect, though, bro. I'd love it.
Man, I love that cartoon.
Oh, they'd probably make that shit come off creepy as shit and cool as hell, like they did with Proxima Midnight and Endgame. Like they probably do a really unique, convincing spin on that shit.
My boy, what's going on, Matt? This the one I was talking about that I was talking to earlier when I was playing Little Big Planet, and I was telling him how I feel that Doc Ock, was the best represented villain so far in live action on Spider-Man 2. So many people get so focused on how that was an amazing movie for Spider-Man himself, the character, that they forget that was also an amazing movie for Dr. Octopus. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like both of them just had like they did so much with the time that they was given in that movie. Like that movie felt like an event, bro, from beginning to end. Like movies don't feel like that no more, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I miss that shit. I miss the days of the Dark Knight Rises and the Dark Knights and the Spider-Man 2s and the Skyfalls and you know what I'm saying? The movies that just god damn, you know what I'm saying? Just stick with you, bro. Like fuck. Like you just the Lord of the Rings and you know what I'm saying? All that shit, bro. The shit that just make you feel like you are just on a journey from beginning to end. And by the end, you are just like, bro, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, but this was worth it. I'm talking about shit to make you feel like Bruce Willis at the end of Die Hard, bro. You know, like you just like, fuck, man. Like this is what it's all about right here. That to me is real entertainment. That's real film. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it, bro. That shows
it invokes true emotion.
Stakes, emotion, you know what I'm saying? Conflict, laughs, like have it all up in there, man. Get a little bit of everything up in there. Try to sprinkle it all.
They don't make movies like that anymore. There was like this middle ground between like the too dramatic 90s and then the less dramatic 2010s. There's like this middle period where actors were allowed to like do their own thing but still take it seriously. Like every actor in those Spider-Man movies were seasoned actors at the time who knew how to take that role seriously, but it was a superhero movie,
Exactly, yeah. So Mr. Awesome brought something up that I want to bring in.
I think that's William. I'm pretty sure that's William.
So okay, what's up, William? So he said, could they possibly bring Venom in the movie or have Venom crossover at some point?
Not fucking Topher Grace's Venom, but definitely Tom Hardy's for sure.
Oh God, no, not.
There's no way they're gonna bring Topher Grace's Venom, but they'll bring Tom Hardy. Eventually, they're gonna bring Tom Hardy in because of the Daily Bugle crossover.
Bro, look, I fucking love Tom Hardy. I love him as Venom, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I just recently watched a Venom movie, probably like a month or two ago. I didn't watch it initially because I thought it was kind of weird, to have a Venom movie like that. So I wasn't really too hyped about it, and I just, I didn't think it was. I wasn't saying it was bad or nothing, but I just thought the idea of it was weird. So
I don't like it.
Yeah. So I didn't really go to see it or nothing like that. But then when I did watch it, I was just like, if you disconnect, if you look at it for what it is, it's an okay, decent little straight up. You know what I'm saying? Now I think Tom Hardy can definitely act way better than that. Like the whole time I watched
Yeah.
that movie, I was like, bro, Tom Hardy, what are you doing?
Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on around that movie.
I'm like, Tom Hardy, bro, you are
Yeah.
legendary. You are a legend. Like you playing Venom should be like, oh my, that should be the answer to all of our prayers. But I wasn't really feeling like that though. I feel like he could still maybe do that. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't like how they taking the, you know what I'm saying, the direction of it with these movies and stuff.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of behind the scenes bullshit that goes on with that. When Tom Hardy was initially offered the role, he took it for he didn't take it for the money. He took it because his nephew really liked Venom as the character, and superhero money, Sony money. It's a lot of reasons to say yes to the role.
Who the fuck gonna say no to that?
Right? So he goes and he does the movie, and then he really enjoys doing the movie. He enjoys the character, but he didn't know how to act. Like he says this. He said he didn't really know what kind of character to put into the movie, so he just kind of just said, well, what would I do if I was given the Venom symbiote? I'd probably look like shit all the fucking time and constantly be exhausted and always be just like trying to get to the next moment of safety, and he did that. And then the movie came out, and I agree, I think the script was trash. I just do not like that script at all. I was like, this is a poorly written plot.
It was the most predictable.
Exactly.
It was like, bro, oh god, it was so bad. It was so bad. But
now with Venom 2, Tom Hardy has been working during the whole pandemic. He has been on the phone every day with the director of that movie. Like he's been co-producing that movie with the fucking director the entire pandemic. So he's actually put actual effort into the acting and the script and the directing. He's actually put actual effort into the movie itself. So we have a lot to be hopeful for in Venom 2.
Yeah, I want to see what he can do, man. Because he's definitely a very talented individual. Now, I feel like if you're going to do a damn Marvel character, if you're going to bring a Marvel character to life, if you going to do it like Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool. Oh my God, bro. The dude got so much love for the fucking character. You can just see it. You can feel it. It is leaking off of his skin. Like just the whole story of how he became Deadpool. The fact that he wanted to play Deadpool way back when he was playing Hannibal Caine in fucking Blade. Like he loved that character that much, bro. He was just waiting for a chance to finally bring that character to life. You can just see how much fun he had playing that role, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can't say nothing about Deadpool 3, but I'm really impressed with what happened with the movies, man. Like, that was just really good. That was really good, really out of nowhere. And the cool thing about Deadpool is that he got so much freedom with his character. Like, you can do so much with the dude. You know what I'm saying? So he got a lot more liberties with kind of like you just kind of making a good movie with him without people just being like, oh, hey, Deadpool wouldn't be like that. And he was, Ryan, he did best. That's Deadpool, bro. Just like Wolverine is Wolverine. He's just a little too tall. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And just like Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. And just like Tobey Maguire is Spider-Man. Okay?
My brother.
Those are the best superhero. Like, I can't think of. You know what? I got to throw Cap in there. Chris Evans as Steve Rogers, he do a damn good job as Captain America. Even though I'm not that knowledgeable of the character in the comics, I just think he do a damn good job. Like I'm talking, I know. I'm talking about with no kind of fighting training, no kind of training in firearms. If I just was the most greenest dude in the grass, after hearing a speech by this dude, I would be ready to run behind him to my death. That's how good he did. And you know what I'm saying? Acting like if he gave a speech, I got his back. Okay, I got him.
All right, this is actually a pretty good segue concerning both Ryan Reynolds and Chris Evans. Have you watched Free Guy yet?
I have not.
Okay, no spoilers. Ryan Reynolds is amazing in that movie. It drags a little bit. There's the middle of the movie gets a little long. You're kind of like, let's get the ball rolling a little bit. But I overall had a really good experience. But there's also a Chris Evans cameo. There's a Chris Evans cameo as himself in the movie. I'm not going to say when, but I want to leave you looking for it when you're watching it. The whole time you're watching it, I want you to look for Chris Evans. And it's going to be super obvious. You'll know it when it's him. But I just want you to keep your eye out because it's super fucking awesome. The timing is amazing.
Okay. I'm be looking.
William, if you're still watching, you know what I'm fucking talking about, dude.
He just said yes.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, man. Hold on. Okay. All right. So back on the topic of the trailer. So in the trailer, we have it picking up right after the last movie, right? So what I want to know is, we've been talking for almost an hour. We haven't even brought it up. So what I want to ask you, Cody, is how do you feel about the overall setup in this movie? About everybody knowing who Spider-Man is because of Mysterio, and him actually going to Doctor Strange. Him being involved in the movie, all of that, him asking him, like, the whole reasoning behind why this whole thing is happening, because him asking him to try to make everybody just forget. And him being a dumbass and not wanting to shut the fuck up doing the spell. But yeah, man. So how do you feel about the whole setup about, this movie and what's going on?
I already have a lot of complaints, actually. Not about the plot per se, but I think Doctor Strange is he's an arrogant piece of shit still, and he hasn't gotten over that part of his personality. I think Tom Holland was desperate because his family was being put in danger. Like, you saw those scenes of Aunt May and Ned in interrogation rooms in the NYPD. Not to mention the fucking the fact that Scorpion and other villains now know his identity and his loved ones and his girlfriend and all this shit. My thing, I understand his panic. I would be going through the same thing if I were Spider-Man.
Oh, keep talking, bro. I'm gonna go get some room.
All right, you're good. So basically, my whole thing is with when Tom Holland said, "Oh shit, I need to make everyone not think I'm Spider-Man anymore, or just erase everyone's memory of me being Spider-Man," and he went to Doctor Strange out of desperation. Doctor Strange should have been like, I am going to explain to you the ramifications of this decision. When I do this spell is going to be wiping everyone's mind. Not just the people you want their minds to be erased, but specifically everyone. And he didn't explain that until the very last fucking second. He didn't explain that until the very last second. He was like, all right, no one is going to know who Peter Parker is Spider-Man. No one's going to know. And then Peter's like, wait a minute. I didn't sign up for this shit. I just didn't want the world to know I was Spider-Man. He's like, I didn't want the world to know I was Spider-Man. I don't want to erase the minds of my girlfriend and my best friend and my Aunt May. Like, I want them to know I'm Spider-Man. We went through so much in these past few years. They went 5 years. And they're just going to forget that they'll probably still remember that he was gone, but they won't remember why or anything about it, Like, yeah. Doctor Strange should have been like, listen, dude, before I do this, like, I'm going to explain to you, like, this is the shit. And then Wong was like, don't fucking do it, man. It's a dangerous spell. And then Strange was like, okay, I won't. And then he does it. And really, I think it was more Strange's fault than it was Peter's at the end of the fucking day.
Yeah, he's an adult, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, do you know what you're responsible for? And you just gonna wink to this dude with Wong leave like it's good? Like, you ain't gonna sit him down and be like, Peter, I'm sorry. You fucked.
Oh, there's a rumor that Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is going to be running concurrent with Spider-Man Far From Home. Or No Way Home, I mean. I did the same shit you did earlier. He did. The reason Wong is leaving through that portal is because he's going to participate in the tournament in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So those movies could be running concurrently timeline-wise. It's not confirmed yet, but it would make sense as to where Wong is leaving, because Wong is leaving with a suitcase and shit, you know?
Okay.
So I feel like we're going to see Shang-Chi, and then here in a couple months after that, Spider-Man No Way Home is going to come out, and Wong's going to be like, all right, I'm going to go fucking participate in this tournament. Yeah, I'll be back, you know?
That would be a cool little tie-in.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think we're going to get a little Doctor Strange post-credit scene in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings as well.
So whatever happens has to be so bad to the point where it bleeds over to whatever Doctor Strange is going to be dealing with in his movie, because his movie is literally called The Multiverse of Madness. Now, I read some reports and some theories and some more, you know what I'm saying, like some, not nothing official, but people just speculating on who the villain could be in Doctor Strange's movie. That in the sequel. And I heard the name Nightmare being thrown around. I don't know who that is, so if you do, I was trying to see if
I believe Nightmare is a relative of Mephisto.
And they said he's kind of like the opposite version of Strange.
Nightmare is a fictional supervillain that appeared in the American comic books, Marvel Comics. He's a Doctor Strange and Ghost Rider enemy, so yeah, he would be suitable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man, hold on. That just made me think. What you thinking they brought Ghost Rider back, bro?
They need to. They need to do a whole, bro. You know it would be awesome.
Raiders.
And then they fucking brought up Nicolas Cage as a variant Ghost Rider.
Bro.
I love those movies. I love the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider movies because I grew up with them. I know they're trash, like comparatively, but I love them.
No, they not. I fucking love them movies, man. They are so bad. They are so good. I'm like, bro, I'm so serious. Like, I watched the movies not that long ago, bro, and I was just like, why am I having so much fun watching this movie right now? I was just like every enemy that he meets in that first movie, he beats within like 2 seconds. You know,
that fucking ice demon that was freezing everybody just fucking
like, bro,
melted, didn't he? He melted down into fucking water.
Yeah, I was just like, bro, this is like not a challenge for him at all. And the second movie, it ramped up the action, and it was so good. I feel like, man, the guys who made the crank movies, bro, they got to make some more stuff. Bro. I don't
well, the thing I didn't like Ghost Rider 2 because it seemed so disconnected from the plot of Ghost Rider 1. But then someone explained to me that Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider character, he was being driven insane slowly throughout the first movie, and then in the second movie, he's just fully deranged. Like his mind is just warped by the Ghost Rider spirit that he's not himself anymore.
Hell yeah, man. He been so fucked up for so long.
Like imagine living with the fucking embodiment of vengeance in your brain. Eventually, you're going to go crazy if you don't come to terms with it. And Nicolas Cage just couldn't handle it.
This is why I loved him fucking hamming up his role so much in that movie. Like that shit was brilliant. Just all of the camera shots being all in his face and him just going all over the top. Yeah, ooh, yeah.
When he was first going Ghost Rider in his little shop, and his face was like flaming up, and you could see his facial expressions while the skull behind his skin was moving around and shit. That shit was awesome for the time, man. And that I love those movies for what they are, but compare them to some of these Marvel movies, they really ain't that good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it depends on what you're looking for. But I feel like these newer Marvel movies have something that those older Marvel movies are never going to have. And those older Marvel movies have something that these newer Marvel movies are never going to have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's definitely a change in the times for sure. And Colton even brought up something that I didn't even really realize until he said it to me, that if you pay attention, a lot of the Marvel movies use the same formula for their plots. Like if you look at Iron Man and Doctor Strange.
you don't even have to pay attention that hard. It's blatant as hell. It's
I didn't even think about it until he said something to me. He was like, "Hey, man, what's Iron Man and then what's Doctor Strange?" And I was like, "Well, Tony Stark's kind of fucked up, and then he gets better, and then he's Iron Man." And then he's like, "All right, what's Doctor Strange?" And he's like, "Well, Doctor Strange is kind of fucked up, and then he gets better, and then he's Doctor Strange." Like it's the same shit.
Yeah, man. Like it's like
So there's stuff to complain about even with the Marvel movies.
No, this is why I said, in my opinion, peak Marvel, in my opinion, at least for the solo movies, would have to be the second phase. You had Captain America: Winter Soldier. It was one of the best, if not the best, fucking. That shit was so fucking good. And then you had the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. The first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I'm not saying the second one is bad. Yeah, it's definitely not as good as the first, but it's not bad though. But the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie was really something special. That was like an experience in the theater that can't be replicated.
That soundtrack is godly.
Yeah. That I remember when I first saw that movie. That is exactly what I'm telling you. What I was talking about earlier when I said I like shit that gives you that old movie feel. It just feels epic, like you're going on a journey. You start at point A and then you end up in point fucking F. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I love that they did it. You meet this fucking bounty hunter rogue fucking scavenger surviving fucking different aliens on all kind of planets, just getting what he can to get by type, you know what I'm saying, space cowboy type dude. And then all of a sudden he just bumps into, coincidentally, because you know how events was laid out, he just bumps into this group of criminals. They all fucked up individuals in some way, shape, or form. They even meet in prison. And then they break out of prison. And then from there, it's just this whole event that just leads them to end up saving the whole damn quadrant. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, yeah, the ending may have been a little cheesy with them doing the dance and stuff. But I don't know. I just felt like it was so creative. It was good. And after that movie, that's when the solo Marvel movies just stopped being good. It was some good team ones after that, like Infinity War, of course, Endgame and shit like that. Civil War was alright, you know what I'm saying? I like Civil War. Not as much as everybody else, but I like Civil War. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with it. I wish you could have had more characters in there, but of course I know they did the best they could with what they had. You know what I'm saying? Because if you read the comic, bro, like the comic and the movie, it just don't compare, bro.
They're getting there, man. I really think they are. See, I think they were afraid to do a lot of comic book shit in the early days of Marvel. They kind of had to do their conventional storytelling shit because they were afraid that if they didn't do something they knew everyone would like, then they wouldn't get on board with everything as quickly as they did. But they made it appealing to everyone instead of a specific demographic. And now they're like, all right, dude, if you want to understand what's going on now, you have to watch what we did before. Like, to understand WandaVision, to understand Loki, to understand Falcon Winter Soldier, any of these, you can't just start watching them. You have to know everything that happened before to even begin to understand what's coming. So they've completely switched up now. They're like, all right, we made you like this shit. Now you've got to stick with us for this crazy shit we're about to boatload into your face.
Do you think that we are going to see Kang the Conqueror anywhere in Doctor Strange's new movie?
Ugh, that's a toughie. I thought you were going to say No Way Home, and I was going to be like, hell no, there's no way. But then you say that, and I'm like,
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Movies.
I'm thinking about it because it's the only logical movie I could see him popping up in after what happened in Loki. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if he's not even in it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, for me, the next obvious time we're going to see Kang is in whichever happens first, Loki season 2 or Quantumania.
Yeah.
But Multiverse of Madness. All right, I'm gonna agree with you. He's not gonna be a main thing in Multiverse of Madness, but he's going to be a post-credit scene villain, where he's going to be he's going to be in the post-credit scene. He's not going to be in the movie, but in the very end post-credit scene, we're going to see a Kang the Conqueror reference, probably some TVA bullshit, and then that'll roll into the plot of the next movie that's set to come out afterward, which is Ant-Man Quantumania. So that makes no fucking sense.
You gotta think about it, bro. Like, if they want to slowly build up his character and establish him as a threat, get people interested in him, similar to Thanos, they're probably gonna try to recreate that. You know what I'm saying? Just have him pop up. He gotta pop up at some point. You know what I'm saying? To like really show, like, establish, or at least show like who he is. You know what I'm saying? So I think that'd be interesting to see him pop up, see what he got going on. Now, as far as this trailer goes, like I said, Doctor Strange, he's helping Spider-Man out. He made a stupid ass decision when he established that. That didn't make no sense, but he did it. So boom, we're here.
Also, why is that fucking hole still in the ceiling of the Sanctum Sanctorum where Hulk jumped through? Why is that still there? They can't get that shit fixed with magic?
Too lazy to fix it. I mean, you would think they would just have to wave their fucking hands around.
Oh, you know what it is? I know exactly why they haven't fixed
it. No.
It's fucking warded. They have to like redo the spell and shit.
Yeah. I was about to say, well, no, didn't. I thought maybe it was like a different kind of damage done because that shit from Thor shot through there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I didn't even really think about that. That was a seal that was meant to, like protect the Sanctum Sanctorum from outside threats, and they have to rebuild that seal and probably re-enchant it and do all kinds of shit, and that's probably difficult to do.
You gotta think about it. That shit from Thor, that's like a portal through space. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
the Bifrost, yeah.
It sends people through, like it's a fucking portal. So that shooting through your house, I don't think you can just rebuild that, man.
No, that's some otherworldly type damage.
Yeah. So that might be why he just got that hole just sitting up in there. But I like Benedict Cumberbatch. I really do. As an actor.
Me too.
I love him actually. I don't mind him being Doctor Strange, but his decision and the way he just kind of acted like that. And also in the same trailer, it looks like he turns it around and tries to blame Peter. And I'm like, bro, you're the adult, bro. Like,
he could have stopped the spell and told Peter to get the fuck back.
I'm like, you're the adult. Like, where's the accountability? You literally looked at Wong and was like, I'm not going to do it.
And then he does it. Like, what the fuck, dude? And he was so cocky. He had such hubris. It was almost like they have to tackle more of this in the movie as to his reasoning as to why he did it. Like they have to be like, he has to at some point be like, I thought way too much of my ability, and now we are reaping the consequences, basically.
Bro, William just put something down that's kind of interesting that I wanted to bring up. He said, why does Doctor Strange still have the eye photo in the trailer, but Thanos destroyed it in Infinity War?
That is a very good question.
I don't know.
Actually,
maybe because of the time shit, it came back to where it wasn't even destroyed in the first place. You know what I'm saying? In Endgame. You feel me? Like, when they brought like him back and shit like that, maybe. Wait, no, I don't know.
I have a theory.
I don't know. I'm confused.
Was
the eye the same thing that Hulk gave to the Ancient One?
Yes. Yes.
He had to give it to her, right?
Yeah. For them to be able to form the Infinity Gauntlet, they had to have that timeline specific.
No, okay. So she gave it to him. Yeah.
She gave it to him, and then Cap gave it back to her at some point.
Okay.
But here's my thing, and William, I'm so glad you brought that up, dude. That's actually a very great question that I'm kind of just now realizing a possible theory to. Each timeline has its own unique set of Infinity Stones. So what if everything has happened as normal up until this point? My theory's kind of falling apart now that I'm saying it, but I'm going to finish anyway. Basically, I was thinking like this could be a variant timeline where all the same events happened up until this point as they were supposed to, but the only difference is that Doctor Strange still has the time stone. But for everything to happen as it was supposed to, that would mean the time stone would still have to be destroyed. But that is a great question all the same, though. Like, why the fuck does he still have it? And someone said,
and then you got to remember
TVA bullshit, where he has previous knowledge of the multiverse, and he was able to like get the time stone back or something.
And then you also got to remember, Doctor Strange actually said that it was out of all those realities, they lost in every single one, except for that one.
Oh, that was the only timeline that was meant to succeed by the timekeepers.
Exactly. So that's another
fucking timekeepers, man.
Yeah, so that's another thing that kind of pokes a hole in that theory. Like, so
yeah, you're right. Holy shit!
It's like they fucking their own self up at this point. Time is hard though. I'll get it. Time is fucking hard. That's why the best time movie of all time ever in life will be Back to the Future. But anyway, yes.
Well, they don't even follow those rules, man.
Hey, look, man, I'm a huge Marty McFly fan, man.
I've never seen those movies either, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Never seen a single Back to the Future movie. I know the references. I know they got a Rickroll in the end of the first one, I think maybe. But that's about all I know. A bunch of Family Guy references. I know all the Family Guy references. That's it, though.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. I need to know, how many classics have you not seen?
Probably a lot. I mean, anything before the 90s, you kind of have to force me to watch. I've seen The Breakfast Club. I like The Breakfast Club.
I got that on DVD. Great movie.
Never seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Never seen that one.
Okay. That's another one. You
look so disappointed in me.
I'm just trying to figure this out. Okay. Have you seen Ghostbusters?
No.
Okay. Gremlins?
When I was a kid, yeah. But I don't remember shit. I know Don't Feed Him After Midnight. I remember that.
I'll give you that one.
Okay.
He said he hasn't seen Ghostbusters 1. Matter of fact, right now in the chat, Matt, William, anybody else, if y'all want to ask Cody right now a classic movie, like, has he seen it? If y'all, have you seen the first Predators?
Yeah, I love the Predator and Alien movies for sure.
Okay.
I love that. I love that Predator movie with Sigourney Weaver.
Okay, yeah, that's no. You wait, hold on. Hold on. What? You just mixed it all up. You just fucked it up, bro.
What did I say?
Sigourney Weaver is part of the Alien movies, bro.
Oh, well, the Predator shows up at the end of the movie and gives her that mark. That's what I was remembering.
No.
What?
No. The Predators they never make no contact with Sigourney, bro. Did you see Alien versus Predator, the first one?
That's the movie she was in, right?
No.
What movie? Okay, hang on a fucking second, man. You're giving me a mind fuck.
Bro, Alien versus Predator starred the chick, I forgot her name, but starred the chick that was in Love and Basketball, bro. She was black. Live as hell, too. You about to see it. Look up the cast for Alien versus Predator first.
I am, bro. I feel like my brain is broken right now.
That man says Sigourney Weaver and Predator.
I thought that's who that was, man.
No, I had to fix that. I was just like, oh God, no. Let me see. Okay, we got Matt in the chat.
Oh, she just reminds me of Sigourney Weaver. It's her face. I don't know why.
Yeah, she is a badass. But
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I got those two things mixed up in my brain. I guess I watched those movies close together, and I got the casting mixed up in my head.
But anyway,
thanks for correcting me, though. I didn't want to go any further with that knowledge.
Yeah, man. But no, we got Matt in the chat. He said, "Have you seen the Goonies?"
Oh yeah, I dated a girl. God, it was when I was 18. I watched the Goonies with her, but that's the only time I've ever seen it, and I wouldn't have watched it if I weren't with her.
At least you're honest. But you
yeah.
You said, hold on. You seen the Goonies? You gotta see the Sandlot, bro. See the Sandlot?
Oh, I saw the Sandlot when I was a kid. I don't remember shit from it though.
Okay.
Wait. Doesn't that have the guy from Napoleon Dynamite in it?
Huh?
John Heder.
Oh yeah.
I've seen that recently. I saw that in the past few years. When 2015, I saw that movie. It was when I watched the Sandlot. So I've seen the Sandlot. Yeah.
Yep, that's Sandlot, bro.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm trying to think some more classic movies. Top Gun, Tom Cruise.
No, I haven't. I need to. I want to watch that.
Woo. The first Mission Impossible.
Never seen any Mission Impossible ever. All the advertising was too in my face. It was like Mission Impossible 1, 2, 3, blah, blah, this, and, bombs this and spies that. And I'm like, wow.
My nigga, you ain't never seen the dun, 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 dun.
I know that tune. They're dangling from the fucking ceiling and then, doing a laser cut through a glass fucking box and shit and that little suction cup and steal the jewel, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Hold on. Let's. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
No.
Jurassic Park.
I saw Jurassic World. Does that count?
Oh Lord, you didn't seen Jurassic World before Jurassic Park. Oh my God. Hey, so, bro. Oh.
I'm sorry, man. I just didn't. No one ever put that shit in front of me when I was growing up.
Okay. The first Matrix.
Yes, I love those movies.
Okay, cool. Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, none of them. Not a single one. My best friend was into him when I was growing up, but I just never watched him with him because I don't like pirates that much.
So you don't know the Legend of Jack Sparrow?
No. I like Johnny Depp. Fuck Amber Heard. Fuck that bitch. I'll say that out loud.
Bro, if you want to, hey, bro, let me tell you something, bro. If you want to support Johnny in any way, shape, or form, bro, please do yourself a favor and watch the trilogy. The trilogy! The other two movies do not exist.
All right. How about this shit then? You want me to watch those? Have you seen Tusk or Yoga Hosers?
I haven't seen Tusk, but I really want to fucking see that shit. I really want to fucking see it.
Johnny Depp is in that movie as a detective.
I ain't seen the other one. Okay, hold on. We got some more movies here that they're asking. They all asking too. Okay, let's get to these. Have you seen Terminator?
Yeah, I love Terminator. I love most of the Terminator movies. I love them. I love the Terminator movies.
Which one your favorite?
2.
Okay, I'm about to say.
That's the obvious answer.
Okay, I'm about to say you know. All right, The Green Mile.
Oh, yeah, I watched that in 2016, 2017, and I cried like a baby at the end of that movie.
Cried like a bitch. That's man.
Dude, that shit was fucked.
That movie killed me, bro.
Yeah.
Have you seen the OG Star Wars movie?
I've seen all of the Star Wars movies multiple times.
Okay, all right. God bless you.
Shout out to Colton, though. Colton is the biggest fucking Star Wars nerd I've ever spoken to in my life. He knows everything about the comics, the books, the movies, everything.
Real quick, I don't want to get too deep into this and make it a damn Star Wars conversation, but I just need to ask, bro. Honest, without no kind of manipulation beforehand or nothing. I just got to see where your head is. What is your honest opinion, bro? Fuck all the bullshit what everybody else saying, bro. What's your honest opinion, bro, on the prequel movies, bro?
Phantom Menace kind of sucked, but I love Qui-Gon Jinn and I love Darth Maul. So I love that movie, even though it's bad. I love Hayden Christensen, even though he gets all the flack. He overacted in those movies, but he was a good fucking Anakin Skywalker, you know. And the last movie, Revenge of the Sith, I maintain to be one of the best Star Wars movies ever made, just because of the ending.
Bro, I feel like the world that the timeline in the world that the first three movies take place in, like not the first three, but the ones we grew up on. You know what I'm saying? Like the episode 1, 2, and 3. I feel like that time frame, the Clone Wars and all that shit, like that time period is like some of the richest for storytelling, bro. I love that, and it's the Clone Wars is actually my favorite time period, my favorite era. You know what I'm saying? That and the Old Republic in the Star Wars. Like I love that shit, man. Like it's just so much going on, so many characters, so many different locations, so much fighting. Bro, there's so much shit going on, bro. And it's like Clone Wars, one of my favorite TV shows, like because of that. But like I said, I didn't want to get too deep into Star Wars. We'll fuck around and talk to you.
Yeah. No, that's a whole separate podcast.
Yeah. Next,
we'll do that when Mando season 3 comes out.
Hell yeah, man! If it does, right there going. But no, let's see. Right here, Edward Scissorhands. Have you seen that?
When I was a kid, yeah, I don't remember a ton, but I remember, Edward Scissorhands.
I'll give you that one. That's it. I'll give you that one. Have you seen Rango?
The like the lizard, like the chameleon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw 2013, 14, I think.
Okay, I must say
didn't love it.
That movie actually wasn't that bad. It actually wasn't that bad. You know, I thought it was alright.
I should probably rewatch it for sure.
It was better than what I thought it was gonna be. Let me see. Shawshank Redemption.
Bro, if I ever tell anybody, like that movie, bro, is one of my favorite movies of all fucking time.
I was about to
I'll
say,
never.
Bro, about to say, bro, it's just some things that like you just have to see by this age, bro. Like, how old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay, 20. Okay, cool. I was no, we're the same age. Well, actually, no, I'm 26 now because my birthday was August 12th. But yeah, bro. It's just some movies by this age that you just have to see. So let me see what else we got here. Let me see. You seen the classic Mortal Kombat movie, the first one?
No, none of them. Those I want to see because I hear the early ones are cheesy but really fucking awesome.
The first one is. The second one is actually just bad all around. It's just bad. Like but that first one is good. That first Mortal Kombat movie and the animated Mortal Kombat movie that came out, Scorpion's Revenge, best Mortal Kombat movies to ever grace the screen. The live action movie that recently came out is Booty Butt Cheeks. I'm
gonna watch it still. I've heard that, but I'm still gonna watch it.
I watch my review.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Me and Corey made a review. Watch my review. I will say that, my good sir.
Okay.
Have you seen Cujo?
Yeah. When I was a kid, I remember, them getting trapped in the car. But I don't remember much from it. But I remember that movie.
Well, that shit actually came out on my birthday.
Really? That's cool. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, 1992 on my birthday. I was like, damn.
That's badass, man.
Let me see. Now I wasn't born in 92, but I'm talking about.
I know you're saying you did the day in the year, yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. I know what you did last summer.
Yes. Yeah, I remember the hook. I remember he had a hook hand. He had a hook hand, right? And he wore a raincoat because they hit him while he was in the middle of the road.
Hold on. Have you seen Scream, bro?
Scream?
Yeah.
I've seen all the Screams many times.
Okay, I'm about to say, fuck, man. Like,
No, I
we
love me
gonna,
some horror movies, man. Don't get me
yeah, I'm
wrong.
about
Horror
to say,
movies
bro,
is
we're gonna have to have us a talk, man. Yeah, bro, the story of Mortal Kombat 11 live as hell. I like that shit more than the new movie that just came out, man. You ain't lying about that. Let's see what else. Have you seen classic Batman, like the one that came out in '89, Tim Burton Batman, and the Superman? You know, the ones that came out in the '70s.
I've seen I saw Batman and Robin. That was pretty hilarious. And I'm trying to think. I didn't see the Michael Keaton Batman movie. I didn't see Val. Well, who was that? Who played him in Batman and Robin?
Batman and Robin. That was that was
It wasn't Val Kilmer, right?
no, that was
No. That was Batman Forever. That was Batman Forever.
Fuck,
Val
man.
Kilmer did.
What's his name? Don't tell me in the chat either. I know his name.
I'm gonna Google it. I'm not gonna say it.
No, don't Google it. Don't Google it. I don't even want you to know. I want to tell you.
Okay, I won't.
Let me see. I know. I know who it is.
I do too. I just can't think of it.
Fuck, man. What is this nigga's name? Oh my gosh. I know who it is. I know who it fucking is, man.
I do too. I just can't think of it.
Fuck! I can't think of his name right now, man. Like, I know this dude. I see him in my head and everything right now. Oh my god! What?
Oh my god! I know who it is.
Man,
I know it's such a big actor. Oh my god!
Who the fuck is it, bro?
Do you want me to tell you?
No. I'm gonna figure this shit out. All right. Okay, let's see. From dusk till dawn. Stars.
Yes.
Stars. My nigga. Quentin Tarantino and.
Oh! You were so close, man. You're so close.
I can't say it right now.
I can tell you, bro.
Don't do it. I feel like if you tell me, I'm gonna be so mad because I know
you're gonna be so fucking pissed.
I fucking know. Give me a hint, bro. Give me a hint. But don't.
He was in Tomorrowland. He was in Tomorrowland. He starred in Tomorrowland.
I never seen that shit.
This was pretty good. I liked it. It did shitty in the box office, but I liked it. I'm trying to remember. Let me look at some other shit he's been in. Fuck.
God, just give me a hint that ain't too obvious. Like, cause I know who it is. I know him. I see his face.
Ocean's 11 and 12.
That's what I'm saying. I know the movies he's been in and everything. I just can't think. Man, tell me what his first name rhyme with.
Look up the I'll make it so obvious. Jorge. You know how to spell Jorge in Spanish?
What?
Jorge. The name Jorge is if you pronounce the spelling English, it would sound like his first name.
Man, fuck all this. Just tell me.
I don't know. I'm trying not to be obvious, man.
No, just tell me. I want to know.
George Clooney. It's George Clooney.
Yes! You fucking bastard! George fucking Clooney, man. Fuck, man. George!
I knew you were going to be mad.
Fucking George, man. Yeah,
I was like, well, there's Michael Keaton, there's Val Kilmer, and then there was George Clooney, and they all played Batman in the 90s.
Yeah, so
Batman, one of them was in 89, I think.
Yeah,
but still, that time period.
That was the Tim Burton Batman. Bro, we spent so much time on the Batman shit. Let's go to the other movies, man. So have you seen the Blair Witch Project? Not the new one, but the old one.
No, I haven't.
Okay. You ain't really missing out on much on keeping it sober. Let me see. Have you seen Pet Cemetery?
Yes, I love that movie.
Look, baby, fuck me up. Have you seen let me see. Have you seen Dead Silence?
I've never even heard of that.
Me neither. If I'm keeping it real with you, you done threw out one I don't even know about, bro.
Yeah, I've never even heard of Dead
He
Silence.
said it's a pretty cool, scary old movie. I have to check that out.
I'm gonna look it up right quick. Keep going though.
Have you seen Dark Man?
Oh no, I've heard of it and I heard it's really good. Oh fuck Dead Silence. That's like that fucking Goosebumps book with the dummy. I don't want to see that. That looks gross.
Oh yeah, nah, straight off that. Let me see.
No, I do want to see Darkman though. I've heard Darkman's a really good movie.
Isn't that the one with what's it? Here I go forgetting the fucking name. Oh, Liam Neeson.
I believe so. I believe
Back
so.
when he was younger, yeah, Liam Neeson. Okay,
It was
so
co-written by Sam Raimi, actually.
what?
Yeah, the script was co-written and directed by. It was directed and co-written by Sam Raimi, so it's a Sam Raimi horror movie superhero film. That's what Darkman is. I need to. Now I have to watch it for my own well-being.
I fucking have, bro. Bro. I love Sam Raimi, man. Fucking love Evil Dead. Everything Bruce Campbell touches, bro. I love, man. Look. I fucking love. Have you seen the Evil Dead series, the show?
I haven't watched Ash versus Evil Dead, but I have a good reason. I want to watch the Evil Dead movies first.
What? You haven't?
Bro, come on. You got to cut me some slack here. They're old movies. When I was growing up, they just looked old. I didn't think they were going to be good. They just looked old. I saw Evil Dead 2 on my cable a million fucking times growing up. And it said it came out in the 80s or some bullshit. And I was like, that's old. That's old movie.
Look, no.
I know I'm wrong now.
I see what's going on, man. Look, me and you, we got a lot of work to do, man. We got a lot of work to do. I see that. Like, what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch these movies and then we're gonna review them from the standpoint of somebody who was watching them from the first time and somebody who is a fan. I think that'll be a cool little series we could do.
I agree. That would be fun.
Because I'm honestly shocked at the amount of stuff that you have not seen. Okay, so like, hold on, we got some more stuff here. Have you seen any of the 007 movies, disregarding, like not counting any of the Daniel Craig ones? Because those are the most recent ones.
0, actually.
Wait, hold on, to both?
No, none of them. I've seen none of them.
You haven't seen Daniel Craig's movies either?
I haven't seen any 007 movies ever made. I know they're good though. I just need to watch them.
I had to light the blunt on that one, bro. That was like, did y'all just hear this dude? He my boy, man. I love you, Cody. I swear. You know, I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but did y'all just hear this?
No, you're good, man. No, I don't feel bad. I just feel like I need to watch these movies now.
He has not seen a single. Got a license to kill.
We'll work through it, man.
For you, got a license to kill. Like, bro, he ain't seen none of these hits, bro. Like, are you serious, bro? William got your back. He said he ain't seen much of them either.
Thanks, William. I appreciate you having my back, bro.
But he getting on your ass. About Evil Dead, though.
I agree with that though. I see. Here's the thing, man. I'll even give you an excuse for that. Not a good one, but an excuse nonetheless. I put on the first Evil Dead movie, and then I couldn't finish it. Like I started it, and I said, Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell, let's fucking go. Creepy shit. I'm down with it. And then and Evil Dead 2, I hear is actually better than Evil Dead. So I was working towards that.
Bro, let me tell you right now, Evil Dead 1. It's a slow burn, man. It takes at least 30, 40 minutes for things to really start getting kicked up and going. Then after that, it's just like a relentless, just fucked up horror dream. And the second movie that second movie is a fucking acid trip, man. I ain't even gonna lie. It's so much shit that doesn't make sense in that second movie. Like random shit just happens. But it's a fucking roller coaster. I love it, man. And the third movie is the only movie that has like some sort of actual structure. It's just called Army of Darkness. It's live as hell. It's so fucking good. They got video games. They got comic books, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they was even gonna make a movie that they canceled it. But there's a story, pre-production, concept art. There was actually going to be a movie, man, about Jason versus Freddy versus Ash.
So Ash was supposed to be in that movie?
No. It was going to be another movie that Ash was going to be in it. Like it was going to be like all of them was going to be.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
But since what you said about those first two movies, you said they're kind of like crazy, like, you know, like not directionless, but weirdly directed acid trips. When you say that,
the second
that reminds me of
for sure. The first one is more like just an old horror movie, but the second one is really like that. I'm talking about it's weird as fuck.
I see. Sam Raimi was like, okay, I get to direct a horror movie. I'm going to direct a horror movie. And then they said, listen, bro, that horror movie was good. We're going to let you direct another one and just do whatever the fuck you want. And he was like, okay.
Yeah. The cool thing,
compare Evil Dead 2 to House of a Thousand Corpses.
Bro, I think Evil Dead 2 got it, bro. The thing I'm gonna say about Sam Raimi and the Evil Dead trilogy, what I love about it is literally every movie is completely different. It's like a completely different genre almost. Like the first movie is kind of like a more standard formulaic horror movie, I guess. It's just the way that it's executed is so fucked up. It's like stuff happens in other horror movies and shit like that, but it's just the way that he does it just makes it seem so much more fucked up. The second movie is just like he was on speed and acid and whatever other drug, mushrooms. Like he was like that second movie is fucked up. The third movie is more like a comedy, if I'm being honest. It's more like I'd go as far as to say the third movie isn't really horror at all. It's like an adventure comedy / violent gore fest type. You know, it's just fucking weird, man. But it's good though. You know what I'm saying? And Bruce Campbell really hams it up a lot. You know, he gets to like be kind of like this Duke Nukem-esque type character. You know what I'm saying? He has a catchphrase. He says groovy. You know, it's so funny.
That's
man.
awesome. That's awesome. I love silly catchphrases like that. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I've got Evil Dead queued up, ready to watch as soon as we're done with this. So as soon as I'm gonna watch it as soon as we're done with this podcast for sure.
Yeah, but shit, since we're on the topic of Raimi, we still somewhat on topic. We have veered so far away from Spider-Man, but we still.
He directed Spider-Man. We're still on top.
But yeah, so back on topic. The big question of the night: how the fuck do you feel about just Doc Ock just being back? Him just popping up in the end of the trailer. Just, I wish I could have seen. I saw your message, bro. You had me laughing when I read your message, bro. Like, I wish I could have seen your reaction when first.
Bro, my roommate saw my reaction firsthand. I was watching the trailer on my phone, and he was standing behind me, and he was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm watching the Spider-Man trailer. And he just saw my like giddy, like jumping up and down, like, oh, what's going on? Oh my God. You know, like I was like a child while I was watching it, man. It was so fucking awesome. But I'm telling you, the very ending though. I have questions about Doc Ock's character being in the movie.
Justin, my boy. Hey, hold on. My boy Justin, man. Shout out to him. This is actually the wonderful, beautiful human being that actually drew that, did that painting for me. I'm pointing like it's back there. I'm thinking I'm in my like fucking wall back there. But no, he actually painted the Alan the Alien painting that I have.
Bro, shouts out to you, man. Anybody who's into Invincible and makes Invincible content, bro, I'm into your shit, bro. Alan the Alien's one of my favorite Invincible characters of all time.
Yeah, man. Where you been, Justin? I hope you're doing good, bro. It's been a while, man. I ain't talked to you in a while. I know I'll be talking to you in the chat, so I know you be in the chat, bro. But nah, man. Fuck. What was I about to say?
We were talking about Doc Ock.
Yeah, Doc Ock is popping up. I think that's cool and everything. I do want to say what Justin said though, bro. As soon as he came in, he said it's gonna suck, fellas. So what do you think about that?
Well, Justin, I liked you. I like you when
he said I liked you. He said, hold on, hold on. Hey, Justin, he about to come with the smoke real quick, man.
Bro, listen. If you don't like, if you think it's gonna suck, then you must just not like Spider-Man. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, watch that. Watch what you're saying with that though, because like I said, I actually don't like this. Now, see, what I think is going to get me with this movie is that we have the version of Spider-Man that I like being in this movie. So I'm not really wholeheartedly leaning on Tom Holland's Spider-Man to get me through this movie, even though I know it's primarily going to be focused on him. But like I said before, I don't really like Tom Holland's Spider-Man like that. You know what I'm saying? I think the actor can play. I think he's perfectly capable of playing a good Spider-Man, like you said with the example that Colton gave earlier, with him being a better Spider-Man in the movies that aren't even his movie. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really think that, you know what I'm saying, like, Spider-Man should be grown. And look, it says Spider-Man should be grown and making his own decisions. Now, for real though, I don't think Spider-Man should necessarily be grown. I like the teenage Spider-Man a whole lot better. But the thing about teenage Spider-Man is that he's actually very mature for his age. He has to take on a lot for his age. You know what I'm saying? He has to do a lot for his age. That makes him a lot more relatable, and also just a lot more commendable. You know, the amount of things that he takes on, the amount of responsibility that he takes on, you know, being how old he is. And it's also awesome to see his brain at work when he's fighting these villains, where he has to come up with these ideas to beat them on the fly. He's just a very interesting character. And like I said, bro, like, aside from the comic book, I'm going to keep bringing it up, bro. But aside from the comic book, the best, in my opinion, representation of his character, where you get to see him at his best, bro, is the fucking cartoon, The Spectacular Spider-Man. Cody, my boy, you need to get on that shit, bro. I honestly want you to watch that so me and you can cover that. You being such a big Spider-Man fan, I would love for you to seriously watch that, like take it seriously, and then we can come on here and we can cover that as well. You know what I'm saying?
That give me another reason to watch it for sure.
Like the Spectacular Spider-Man is an amazing show. I've been needing a reason to talk about it more. I made one video about Spectacular Spider-Man and talking about the speculation of season 3, and that's one of my most viewed videos on my channel.
Okay, I'll watch it. I'll bookmark your. I'll put that video on my watch later, and I'll watch it when I'm done with the first 2 seasons. Then
it's
and then we'll look into a video.
Yeah, Spectacular Spider-Man is an amazing show. I actually shout out to my BM man. She actually bought me Spectacular Spider-Man seasons 1 and 2 on Blu-ray for my birthday.
Awesome.
For my birthday 2 birthdays ago when I turned 24.
Dude, that's really awesome. I'm happy for you, man.
I still got that DVD collection.
Hell yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
but it's getting close to midnight, man. So I just wanted to bring up one last thing before we wrap shit up. I think I want to know your opinion on this as well. So at the end of Spider-Man 2, Dr. Octopus had a change of heart. He seemed to find the error of his ways and wanted to contain the supernova before it, blew up New York City.
Yeah.
And then he falls into the river. And Alfred Molina has confirmed that that's his character coming out of the Hudson River in No Way Home. So a lot of people are speculating that Alfred Molina's character is really going to be more of a good guy, kind of. Like he knows he was a bad guy. He's been given a second chance, and now he has the ability to help instead of hurt. And people are saying that Tom Holland's Spider-Man is going into combat mode. He's doing his pose thing, and as if he's like getting ready to fight him. But in that same scene, we saw the fucking pumpkin bombs from Green Goblin. So it's possible he could have been getting ready to fight Green Goblin, and then Alfred Molina's character shows up to help out. That's kind of the direction I'm seeing it going in. What do you think?
That would definitely be interesting to see. Call me old-fashioned. I would prefer to see Spider-Man and Doc Ock clash. It would be definitely interesting to see them work together for a bit, but I would like it if they ultimately end up bumping heads again and they have to fight. I just think it's much more entertaining, and I just would like. I think it's much better to see them go against each other as rivals than working together. I think their characters just play off each other a whole lot better, like going against each other, than they do working together. But I do think that would be an interesting thing to see, something that we have seen before. They definitely worked together before, in the comics and stuff, like briefly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's been done before, but it's never been done on the big screen. That would be cool to see.
One thing I really want to see is something that happens a lot in the comics, and I'm going to be really disappointed if they don't do it in No Way Home. It's going to be a real low note, I think, for me if they don't take this opportunity. In the comics, especially in the Ultimate Comics really dial down on this really hard. In the comics, Doc Ock is employed by Norman Osborn. He works under Oscorp, and that's how he makes the tentacles and all that bullshit. And then Osborn tries to pull the rug out from under him and steal his project and use it for his own shit, but then he goes crazy, tries to do a test himself, and then ultimately becomes Doc Ock. And in the same accident, becomes the Green Goblin. Osborn becomes the Green Goblin. So I just want to see them fight in No Way Home. I'm not saying that's all going to happen, but I want to see the Green Goblin and Doc Ock go head to head like they did in the comics. And if they don't do that in No Way Home, I'm going to be really upset because they were villains to each other.
Yeah, that would definitely be cool to see, like both of their intellects and brain. I mean, because oh my gosh, once again, I'm gonna reference Spectacular Spider-Man, but you haven't watched that. But yeah, man. So in Spectacular Spider-Man, you actually see Dr. Octopus. He is like a personal assistant to Osborn.
Okay.
Oscorp, and he's constantly belittled and talked down upon and berated by Osborn, the more successful, rich, handsome, boss. And he's constantly just making Doc Ock just feel like shit. So when he ultimately has his change, Osborn he's literally like, Osborn! That's like his first, what I'm saying? Like, that's like his first target.
He pulls a fucking immortal when he sees Nolan. Why did you do that?
Pretty much, man. You know what I'm saying? and hold on. He said we need to watch Suicide. I saw Suicide Squad. We got a whole video on.
Yeah, we did a whole video on that shit, man. You gotta go watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You bullshit. Yeah. Unless they're talking to each other in the chat.
Yeah, that could be a thing too. Yeah.
They're going in right now. But, go ahead and get off here. Before we slide, the trailer was dope. I liked it overall. It's just I didn't really like how Doctor Strange was acting in the trailer.
Arrogance.
And honestly, you know what? Maybe I didn't like the trailer because if I'm being honest, I don't even really like the whole setup as to how the whole multiverse gets fucked up in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really like the. I don't like. I like that they're doing it. I like that it's getting there, and that these characters are going to be involved, and that they're going to be coming into this world, and they're going to get to see each other and all this crossover. I like that all this shit is happening, but I don't like why it's happening. You know what I'm saying, or how it happened, or at least how they showing it off in the trailer.
I think we're going to get more answers than we think. I think it's a lot of it's going to be with the concurrence of the TVA bullshit
itself. You know, I'm just speaking on the trailer itself. You know, I feel like how it was portrayed in the trailer. I don't really like how Strange is acting. I don't really like how Peter is acting.
Did you finish Loki by chance?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I haven't watched none of the. The fucking whatchamacallits, the little Disney Plus shows. Like I saw a little bit here and there because my brother has watched them, and like we live in the same apartment.
Bro, I've referenced Loki like 80 times during this conversation, and you didn't get any of it.
I know enough. But like I said, he watched the shit. You know, I come in, I see it here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
do you know about the TVA and the end of Loki season 1?
I saw that shit. I saw the whole end of this shit. Like that's how I knew about Kang the Conqueror and everything. Like I just haven't just sat down and just watched all the episodes.
Yeah. So that's the thing. At the end of Loki season 1, Sylvie kills the version of Kang that seemed to be good, some type of good. He was governing the timeline, making sure crazy shit didn't happen that would allow the variants of himself to, you know, take over and shit like they were trying to do before during the war. And so when she killed him, she allowed the timeline to just stop being governed. So all these Nexus events were allowed to happen. One of the Nexus events is Wanda Maximoff becoming the Scarlet Witch. Another Nexus event is going to be the fucking accident in the spell in No Way Home. Like we're going to see crazier and crazier shit happen that technically wasn't supposed to because the timekeepers were keeping it from happening. And now we're seeing the shit happen, and it's going to be these big crazy moments where the TVA would have stepped in and pruned that timeline, but because they can't do that anymore, everything's just going to go crazy. So I think the overall rationale behind the multiverse being ripped apart is going to be Doctor Strange's of the shit he does. I think what he is going to do is he's going to create a weak point in his dimension in either No Way Home or Multiverse of Madness. And then that's going to allow more Nexus events to spill out into that timeline, and that's going to bring us things like Fantastic Four, X-Men, just all this crazy new bullshit we're supposed to be getting is going to be coming as a culmination of these two specific events. The events in Loki, three events, I guess. Loki, WandaVision, and then No Way Home. So yeah, that's kind of what I think.
Bro. I'm gonna be so real, like so. I feel like the Marvel movies, they had a good thing, you know what I'm saying? But I clocked out really after like Endgame, right? You know, it's you know, like it's some stuff here and there that I might dip my foot in and check out, but
you're missing out so much, dude. You need to watch them.
But I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I haven't just been interested enough. And then like all the stuff that I've been looking for, all the stuff that I've always dreamed of becoming adapted and becoming actual shows and movies are actually finally getting that shit happening to them. You know what I'm saying? Like Invincible for a prime example. You know what I mean? So it's like
Amazon Prime example.
Yeah. So it's like, So it's like I'm honestly more focused on that now, you know what I'm saying, than I ever was. You know what I mean? It's just crazy to see like how I was interested in all this shit like years before, you know, I could even think of the prospect of it becoming like, you know, something more than it is. You know what I mean? Like that shit. Like for example, even though this probably, I don't want to say never. I don't want to say never, but one of my favorite games that I used to play all the time growing up was the Darkness series, the Darkness 1 and the Darkness 2. I love both of those games. I found out, you know what I'm saying, as I was growing up and shit, I was introduced to the games first. But I found out, oh, these are Image comics, bro. What the fuck? So I started
that,
reading.
yeah.
I started reading through the series. I started seeing that he had a connection with Witchblade and all that. I'm like, bro, this shit live as hell. And like, I just started finding out more about the character and everything. Then I started reading Invincible. Then I found out that it was actually a crossover where he was actually in the world of Invincible. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And then now we got Invincible that is actually an animated series, and it is successful as hell, breaking records, doing all kind of numbers, getting into the mainstream, opening up the doors for more animated series that can be made from the Image catalog. So it's just like, bro, what if we get a fucking Darkness animated series, or what, you know what I'm saying? Like, or what if we get another Spawn animated series? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, so many things that could fucking happen from this, bro. Like, we could definitely get a spin-off series from characters that are already in Invincible, like Brit, the Astounding Wolfman, Tech Jacket. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's just so much shit to talk about, bro. Like,
yeah, man, for sure. But hey, man, we just hit 2 hours. I think my roommate just got home, so
yeah, I see you keep looking off, man.
yeah, my dog's at the door. He's barking. I think my roommate's about to walk up to the door.
Yeah, my fault, man. Look, do your thing,
No, you're good. I love
yeah.
doing these, man. I can't wait to do it again.
Yeah, man. Look, likewise, man. We gonna definitely get up again, bro. Have a good one, bro. You know what I'm saying? Love you, and we gonna. I'm
love you too, brother.
I'm gonna shoot you another message, let you know when we gonna get up again on this live, man.
I'm gonna watch. We can talk about Evil Dead on our next live stream if you want.
Hell, man, you need to stop playing.
Dude, as soon as I hit leave studio, I'm clicking the tab and I'm starting the movie.
We getting on that fucking game, man. We getting on that game, bro. That they got a new Evil Dead video game coming out. We're getting on that shit. Watch the trailer for that game, and also watch fucking Spectacular Spider-Man, man.
You got it, dude. You got it, dude. I definitely will.
To talk about, yeah.
You got it, man, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Have a good one, bro. Yeah, enjoy everybody that stopped by. Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hope you're having a good day, night, wherever you are, man. It's been your boy Thing Goes, Cody, man. And until next time, guys. Peace.
Peace out, guys.